Tom Hiddleston said, "It's easy to lose when you show you don't care. It's harder to lose when you show you do care. But you can never win unless you don't stand to lose." Being comfortable is one way to avoid losing, because you'll always be safe. You'll always be positioned to protect yourself. It's nice to be cozy in a job that allows you to get by. Most of your income goes to your bills. You get some time off, a few days a year. It's comfortable to chill out with some Netflix after work, munch on some crunchy Doritos, postpone the workout with your gym buddy. I'll go tomorrow. It's comfortable to avoid putting your awkward self out there to meet new people. Why would you want to feel that stress building up when it's some random stranger? These are some of the things that swam around my mind almost every day. All this comfort and lack of pushing any of my limits, this kept me safe. I don't have to take on any responsibility. I'm not letting anyone down. So why did it make me feel like I'm missing out? This feeling of untapped potential, praying to be released. No one shows that I'm letting them down. Internally, there is a battle for me to stretch myself, pushing beyond the safety net, because I know I'm letting myself down. What an intriguing contradiction. We feel comfortable. We feel safe. We feel grounded. But are we? Lockdown showed the ease in which industries can shut down and a multitude of people left helpless. So why live in a way where we're doing just well enough to get by? Is that how anyone really wants to live? Is that what the 6-year-old version of yourself said? When I grow up, I want to be in customer service. I cannot wait. When I grow up, I want to be a waiter. And I'm not knocking those, but I've been in that field, and I can tell you, every single person that I worked with could not wait until it was time to clock out. I am very open, however, to be proven wrong. So what am I trying to get at? Simply put, remaining in your comfort zone is a surefire way for strangling your potential and limiting how you experience life. Being comfortable is how you limit your growth. Me sitting here, opening my mouth, yapping away to my 18 subscribers, when I'm naturally a more reserved person. This is a valuable lesson for me. I'm opening myself up to people in a way not possible 25 years ago. It's one way of me getting out of my comfort zone. The feeling of making these small mental gains is worth it. I know I've exhausted the example of working out, but it's my most recent rags to riches story, going from a fluffy little fruitcake to El Papito. So I have tasted growth in the physical sense. So why not translate this to other aspects of growth? Spending time learning the whats and the hows of creating a video. This whole process allows me to explore other ways that I can challenge myself. Growth requires us to gather up motivation, overcome our fears, silence the self-generated excuses, ignore the opinions of others, and float in the journey of fulfilling our aspirations. If you think of the comfort zone as a safe circle, growth will always await you when you step outside of the circle. Of course, if you remain in the comfort zone, you'll get by. You'll be okay. Things generally work out, and they have for many people for countless decades. But for some, there will always be that feeling in the deep corners of your mind, that feeling of wanting more, that feeling of regret. And you will always question yourself. What is so special about those successful people? Can they see in the dark? Did they understand the plot behind Lost? So what to do when you think you're in the comfort zone? Recognizing that you're creating an alibi for not doing the things that push you forward is a good place to start. It's easy to make an excuse. We do it all the time. We tell ourselves the reasons that we don't take action. We tell ourselves so much that we start believing in those reasons. And the next time an opportunity comes for us to take action, we fall back on the safety net of those excuses. And that's why the vast majority will mention, "I'm not smart enough. I'm too old." The vast majority is overcrowded. Your mind's first reaction is often your worst reaction. We tend to overestimate the bad and underestimate the good. Understand that those actions that make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, make you feel stressed, those are the actions that you know deep down that you should be taking. We can look at stress in the generally assumed way in life as something that we should avoid. Research has shown that physiologically there is no difference between anxiety and excitement. They both produce a stress response, but how we perceive the stress is a matter of our own designation. So that's why, although we feel a stressful response, we still push through because we know there are positives at the end. For example, when you're going for a job interview, you will feel nervous, but The nervousness pushes you through. That's also why we push through when you go on a hot date, because you know if you do well, there certainly will be some positive energy at the end. Putting it into a few words, reframe how you view stress. Think of it as a fuel or an exciting tingle. Then identify how stepping out will actually benefit you. Goo goo gaga, baby steps. There's an idea in psychology: too little stimulation leaves you in the comfort zone, and too big a jump in facing your fears can leave you in a panic state. So with the assumption that it's difficult to get you out of your comfort zone, we start with dipping a toe in the comfort zone. We then put the foot in. We then put the thigh in. And next thing you know, your body is soaking wet. My case with working out, I began very slowly, very light. Workouts only lasted about 15 to 20 minutes. And over time, you build up a resilience and you start looking back at your old comfort zone with a smile, because now you have a new normal, a new comfort zone. So then it's time to begin again. Numero 4, be proactive in looking for situations that make you challenge your fears. See them for what they are, as opportunities for growth. And you can slowly reframe your mind from a point of view of, I can't do this, to, how can I do this better next time? Think of yourself as a student, and failure, that is your teacher. Each failure is a lesson for you to better your chances of success. And we cannot forget the most important part. Don't take yourself too seriously. Laugh at yourself when you make a mistake. This will happen a lot. Roll with the punches. Remember when you were a kid and sometimes you'd fall over. Yes, you probably end up crying. And the next time you maybe fall over, but in a different way, like a silly way, like, oh, I shouldn't have done this. And instead of crying, you kind of run to your mum and you start laughing, or your mum starts laughing and it makes you start laughing. What now? Huh? That's the mentality that you should take on board with making mistakes. It will happen. It doesn't all need to be doom and gloom and so serious. It is, in a way, discovering things you did not know about yourself. So take with it a light-hearted tone. Big tail. I think I'm going nuts, bro.